Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Attention! Luke Fox is back at the Keswick Tavern in Keswick, Iowa this Saturday from 8 to 11 p.m. There's no cover charge. Luke Fox will be performing live outdoors on the patio. Luke Fox plays Americana, roots, traditional, folk, and country music. You gotta come check it out this Saturday night from 8 to 11 p.m. at the Keswick Tavern. Again, no cover charge. So grab your friends, grab a drink, and have a great time at the Keswick Tavern. It's Luke Fox from 8 to 11 p.m. this Saturday at the Keswick Tavern, 117 South Iron Street in Keswick. Hey folks, this is Steve Shuttler, and I want to see you at the Delta Dome in Delta, Iowa on Saturday, August 2nd as Pro Wrestling returns to Delta, Iowa. 7 p.m. Advance tickets online are $20 at CentralEmpireWrestling.com or $25 at the door the day of the show. I'm going to be teaming up with the returning Austin Bayless and the CEW champion Jared Thumb, taking on that scumbag Rory Fox along with Donnie Pepper Cricket and the Iceman. And I need you to be there to cheer my team on. There's a handful of other matches with great talent that's going to be on the card as wrestling returns to the Delta Dome. Singles action, tag team action, and women's wrestling. And of course, that 6-man main event where myself, Austin Bayless, and Jared Thumb take on Rory Fox, Donnie Pepper Cricket, and the Iceman. Rory Fox attacked me in my own studio, and it's time to get some revenge. I hope to see you there at the Delta Dome Saturday, August 2nd. Get those tickets in advance at CentralEmpireWrestling.com.
Good evening. Welcome to this edition of Morgan the Asked For podcast, July 30th, just after 9 o'clock. We're just about ready to flip to another month, which is the month that football starts, school starts, everybody gets back to normal, and summer is essentially over for me. Golf starts. I go on vacation for a week, and then golf and school start. So truly I have tomorrow and Friday as days that I'm here in Oskaloosa at home before my life goes back to normal.
Yeah, it's getting close, isn't it? How was, I know we spoke before we got on. How was the trip to Carroll? What did you guys do? Who won the golf? Who did well?
Zach won, I believe, by 2. He was up 1 going into the last hole, and I think he beat Tass by 1 shot on that hole as well. So I think on the 36 holes that we did for the money games and everything, Zach won by 2, I believe. And then Muggsy and I were several shots behind that. I don't know exactly how we finished for sure, but those two were close, and Travis and I were just a little behind. And then Brett, one of TJ's friends that plays with us each year, he was a little bit behind that. We're just going to say that. But good times had by all. Obviously, I see TJ about once, maybe twice a year. It's kind of it's a ways up there. It's longer than you think, all the way. And then there's some road construction on the way, so you go there and back. And actually didn't go through my hometown, but went closer and, went through some towns and stuff that I, played baseball in and basketball in and football in and golf, they were conference, Coon Rapids, Bayard, school district there, just right next, Yale and Jamaica and Bagley and then obviously, through Perry and Grimes and stuff. So just kind of came that way. It's just always good. It was super hot. I actually don't think it was as hot yesterday as like Sunday, Monday. I know Sunday Zach won his club championship in Sigourney, and TJ, he didn't win it this year. He's won it before, but he was in the final group, I believe. And they both said Sunday was way worse on being how hot it was during the day. So it rained both days there. That's kind of, I'm going to name this podcast, is this Iowa or a rainforest? I don't know what it's been like out west, but it has been 95 degrees and humid and rains every day this month. I saw where, even, if it rains tonight or any tomorrow, we've already passed in Des Moines the most rain ever in the month of July.
Yeah, I've seen it's been raining there almost every day. It feels like.
Oh, yeah. And a lot.
And it's not been bad out here. It's been warm, but nothing like you guys have there in Iowa in the Midwest. A little disappointed in Tass though for letting Zach take him down on his home course.
Yeah, it was. Tass played. He had a few holes where he took a lot of money from us. I should have just quit after one hole. I had about a 4-footer for birdie to win the hole, and I missed it. I should have just left right then. I knew the day was not good. I mean, I didn't play horrible, but I definitely didn't play well.
Yeah, and Zach's been playing good golf too. He played pretty good there in Oski at Edmondson, and it sounds like they're with you guys, and then obviously in Sigourney. So it sounds like Zach's game's right now.
Yeah, he played. I think he was. I know after the first 18, I don't know how it finished up. I think he was just 1 or 2 over. And I'm assuming he shot right about that the next 18 as well. So, yeah, we ended up playing 41 holes. So, and then we went to the pool for a little bit. His friend Brett has a backyard indoor ground pool and everything with the slide and diving board. So, but then it was going to storm. There was lightning and stuff. So we got out of the pool and went and ate dinner, and then went back. And you know how it is with boys. You sit around and you listen to music and you talk and you solve the world's problems till 1:30 in the morning or whatever it was.
Solve the world's problems. That's right.
Yep.
Figure out all the solutions to our problems. Right.
Yep. And it's we try to do this every year. We've done it in the past where we go to the Ozarks or whatever, but this is just kind of a neat thing. We all like playing golf, get together with people you don't see every time. And, kind of as we ended last podcast, just remembering people and stuff. It's just another reminder, spend time with people you care about and you want to be around and enjoy, and maybe you don't see every day. It's always a good refresher and able to do that.
Our friend Mike Foster's actually been in Hawaii. So he was there last night for the tsunami warning that they had, and he was sending some videos, and he said it didn't end up being too bad, but when that earthquake hit, they had all afternoon to kind of prepare. So I was all night and afternoon I was kind of watching the TV, seeing what was going on. That had to be scary at first, but it ended up like he said, not being too bad. So he was fortunate that nothing bad happened with him or his family. It sounds like they're getting ready to hop on their flight now on the way back home. But yeah, that would be, you got all afternoon to wait for something like that. You'd be wondering how bad is it going to be? If it is bad, how soon can we fly home? I'd be a little bit nerve-wracking for sure.
Well, then especially for us Midwesterners, we're not used to being by the ocean and what that, obviously it isn't the first tsunami warning or anything that was coming for Hawaii ever. But as a Midwest, long ways away from an ocean, and then again, if it would go high enough to ruin the airport, when you're stuck there, it's not just, we'll wait till the storm blows through. If there's damage and stuff, you're not getting out of there.
Yeah, he said they were on the 8th floor, so they were up high enough. If there was flooding, they'd be okay. But he went to Safeway, which is a grocery store out west, bought some supplies just in case they were going to be stuck in their hotel room. But thankfully, it wasn't too bad, and it sounds like they're going to be heading home here soon.
Good. Hawaii's a place I think my mom and dad are going to head there relatively soon. They want to get out there, and I know I believe Tyler and Paige are going to go with them. Tyler's big into World War II and like Pearl Harbor and stuff. So I don't think my mom and dad could go there without taking him. I don't know if it's been set yet, but I would say within the next year or so, they're probably going to do that. I obviously I'd like to go too. It just depends on when they go. So.
Yeah, they got to take him, and if they're not going to, he's got to force them, make him feel bad, and make him take him on the trip.
Yeah. So, no, very good. Just again, I just want to thank people for listening, subscribing. I know I saw on Steve Shetler's thing. I was, I just scroll through and it comes up on your Facebook or whatever page, and I saw there was like 640 views or whatever, which I don't know how many we get usually, but I would say that's pretty good. So, thank you for everybody that watches that or listens to that, and then all of our other platforms and everything. And again, just I encourage you to, subscribe to it, like it, share it with your friends and family. One platform that I'd like to do a little bit better on is YouTube, because that's the one where if you are watching us live right now on YouTube, and I think 6 people are watching us live, but nobody on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and you can make comments and stuff and we can see it live. The others, I haven't figured out how to do that. And I think some of it is you pay for different, professional, whatever it is. And I don't know how to do all that. So, but if you do watch us live right now on YouTube or any going forward, you can comment live and we can see it up on the right side of our screen here, a little bit behind Inside Baseball per se, but it does come right up on our screen there. So if you want to go to YouTube and watch, you can comment and you can ask questions, anything else like that, and we can get to you live on the air. So, and then obviously on YouTube, if you like it and subscribe to it, it'll come up. Most of us all watch YouTube. You get that algorithm going, and it'll come up every time we're up.
Yeah, thanks everybody for listening. And real quick before we get started on topics, I know I text you a quick correction from last week's episode. I know I said the Fever had to be in the top 4 in the Eastern Conference. Silly me, the conference standings don't matter for the WNBA playoffs. They just take the top 8 overall. So the Fever, they won again tonight. They won 3 or 4, which is good, but they're in 6th place right now out of 8.
Okay.
So they would be in the playoffs, and they want to avoid that 7 or 8 spot, because then you'd be playing Minnesota or New York as of right now. So 6 is a pretty good spot for them to be. But just a correction of last week, they're going to take the top 8 records overall, regardless of conference.
So why would they split into East and West if it doesn't matter? I guess would be the.
I didn't have enough time to read into it.
Scheduling.
The West has an extra team right now with Golden State, so maybe that's why, because they're off. I'd have to confirm that, but anyway, it's the top 8 teams. It doesn't matter where you stand in the conference as far as making it. So the good news is, though, they've won 3 or 4. They're looking good. They beat Phoenix tonight. DeWanna Bonner's little homecoming, if you want to call it. She only had 4 points. I think, and she played a good amount of minutes too. So that's kind of nice to get a victory over her for her quitting on the team. But they're playing well. If they can continue to win 3 out of 4, there's no reason to rush Caitlin back yet.
Yeah, just she's still not playing. A couple Caitlin Clark things here. I know she gave away a bunch of school supplies this week in Des Moines. They're opening it up, and I believe this is a combination with local company Musco, but those basketball/soccer courts are going up in a couple more Des Moines middle school and elementaries. We have them here in Oskaloosa. We have several of them in Ottumwa, and I know several communities around. And that's a really good partnership with Musco and the school. And then I know in Des Moines they're partnering also with the Caitlin Clark Foundation. So even though she's hurt, even though she's not playing as much or what she'd like to, she's still doing what she feels is her responsibility / her job, and giving back to the community that helped her so much.
Yeah, she's always giving back. She's all over the place, commercials, media, donations, things like this. Back with the team for the game tonight. She doesn't stop. And then, speaking of her teammates, Sophie Cunningham, I don't know if you saw, she just signed a deal with the podcast. I forget who the guy is, but they signed with the Volume Network. So of Colin Coward's Volume that he started a few years ago. So Sophie Cunningham, she made the most of that little incident with Connecticut a while back. She gained, hundreds of thousands of followers on all the different platforms. She's like over 1 million on all of them now. So she's raking in the money. You stay close to Caitlin, and good things are going to happen. Yeah,
it's just, and it's smart by her. She's her flame and her fame is rising right now. Juice it for everything she's got. I mean, you only get so much time, and it's a short window in your life, and hopefully she does really well with that podcast, and she's got she's got a great head start on it, but that's also something she could do post-career for a long time, and to supplement that, to maybe not have to get a regular job or whatever she wants to do in life, but just, put her foot into the podcast world, and then she could go be an analyst. And it's just a start of post-career employment.
Yeah, that's right. It's a long-term thing. Her career, I forget how old she is exactly, but say her career is about half over, give or take,
Right.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
She's been in the league for a little while. So it's a good move by her. And if she does good at that, like you said, maybe she could get on some other networks to call games or anything else for that matter, maybe get some commercials. She probably already is getting some commercial deals in Indianapolis and then her home state of Missouri as well.
Yeah, because she is from Columbia, right there at Missouri, where the University of Missouri is, and she played at Missouri. But I believe she is from Columbia, right there. So,
yeah, she definitely is. So she's taking advantage of it. Stay close to Caitlin, defend her, and those dollar bills are going to come in.
Well, and then right or wrong, she wouldn't shock me, when they start making a new round of Caitlin Clark State Farm commercials, kind of her number one sponsor. I could see Sophie Cunningham, slipping into a little cameo spot for some of them.
Yeah, maybe Caitlin's walking into danger or something, and Sophie runs up and protects her.
Absolutely.
You're right. That'll probably happen. So we got it. I think Pat McAfee's trying to get her on the show, which that'll be another big hit if she goes on there. I don't think she's been on there yet anyway. It's been a while since I've actually watched McAfee. But anyway, she's taking advantage of all the opportunities coming her way now.
All right, now kind of moving on. Starting Friday, it is August. Football is here. We talked about Iowa State last week because they started a week earlier than everybody because obviously they play earlier. But everybody's at camp now. Everybody's reporting. Actually, I was listening to Travis and Ross this morning on the way back from Carroll, and even you and I was starting today. So about every level is going on right now, and camp is starting. Hope springs eternal for everybody. Everybody's in the best shape of their life. Everybody's ready to go. And it starts to get your blood flowing. It's not, I know what this is. I've been there, done that. And I was actually just watching a Iowa State thing. And they were checking into the hotel for the 2 weeks. And they stay in a lot nicer hotel than when I was there. We stayed at the Microtel hotel there on the west side of Ames, right when you come in, or east side of Ames when you come in off the interstate. Now they're staying at the Gateway Iowa State hotel there. But it is what it is. Money's much higher now. They take more into account, and maybe they get a discount because it is a university hotel, I believe. But they stay in a hotel for a couple weeks, and I know the NFL. I don't know if the NFL used to. I remember a big thing. The Bears always went to Platteville, Wisconsin. The Chiefs used to go up to Wisconsin as well. I know the Chiefs go to Missouri Western up in St. Joe. They are still one of the only teams that do leave their home turf for. But most teams stay at home because they all have an indoor facility. They all have all the stuff anyway they need right at home. They don't have to go away for camp. I believe, Dallas, the Cowboys used to go to California and go. It was just kind of weird how some of them traveled and some of them didn't.
Yeah, actually, I think the Rams went to Hawaii this year. I'd have to double check on that, but I thought I heard that the Rams went somewhere, a destination camp. But yeah, you're right. Most of the teams now they stay close to their facilities. Obviously, Dallas has Jerry World, and they have everything else there that they need. So yeah, camps have been going on. I've been paying attention to depth charts. There's been some movement with some players I'm keeping track of. That'll really pick up next week. But yeah, tomorrow night, 7:00 Iowa time, we've got the Hall of Fame game. Chargers, Lions. Hendon Hooker's going to play a lot, and Trey Lance. It sounds like he's going to play at least the whole half, maybe into the third quarter. So there's going to be at least a few familiar names that we know. Be interested to see. I mean, Trey Lance he's trying to just stay in the league at this point.
Right. Yeah, he's